Welcome back to Perkins Pipes. Got this really, I don't want to say fun, enjoyable Aldo Velani bulldog semi-church warden that I got at the Gatlin Burlier several months ago. I was getting the computer set up here. I had to do some things on it, and while I was waiting for the computer to do its thing, I just was holding this. And I just I just enjoy holding this pipe. I love the way my hand just curls around the bowl. This one feels so good. And boy, do we have a fun topic for you today. As always, let's get this guy lit. Let's get to talking. I'm doing a few episodes here on different sports that I really enjoy. And there's a new one that's out. And as soon as I say a new sport that's out there, you might already be tipped off to which one it is. Now, in terms of things I've read, this sport really does go back to the 70s, I think. But it has just taken off. I think all over the country, you're starting to see pro versions of this sport. You're seeing local park areas that are developing courts for this, even I think to the level of some maybe basketball courts that are being transformed into this. You're seeing the space and courts for this at gyms like the YMCA and so forth. You're seeing dedicated places for this particular sport. I think for a time, it was starting to get the reputation of being something that really maybe middle-aged and older people could really enjoy, especially with changing physical abilities and so forth. Lots of younger people are getting into it. Our son is absolutely brutal and just a killer, and I say it with that sort of face because he likes to do it to me. What am I talking about? Oh, my friends, I'm talking about none other than pickleball. Yeah, you got it. Pickleball. Here's a couple of pickleball rackets. We'll talk about those, or paddles, and a pickleball itself. So what's this all about? I guess just like everybody else, I just heard about it, somewhere out there in the world. Some friends of ours were playing, and then my wife and I started to play with them. We're like, this is reasonably fun. So we went over to the local sporting goods store, picked up, and we got there's two of the two red and two blue that came in the. Try to keep the pipe in the video here. Oh, there's the pipe. Got a couple of these, two, like I say, two red, two blue, came in the bag. Pickleball itself is basically a what I call like a wiffle ball. Right? So you're smacking this back and forth. And you may have heard that sound around your neighborhood. Right? That's people playing pickleball. It's about the size. I think I talked about a racquetball on a previous episode. This is about the size, not a whole lot different from an old style racquetball racket. It's got the kind of short handle. You can see how that fits in my hand there. And then it's got the sort of rectangular, elongated shape to the paddle there. You can play it one-on-one or in pairs. You play to a score of 11. And it is like other racket sports. So think tennis, for example. There is a net, and you are simply trying to get the ball over the net in such a way that your opponent or your opponents cannot successfully return it to you. That's it, right? So basic form of a racket sport. Court is smaller than a tennis court. And that might have been the reason why initially it seemed that a lot of middle-aged and older people were enjoying this, is because you didn't have to run as much, right? You didn't have as much ground to cover when it came to the pickleball court. Is great as a way to get some exercise. You are running or moving kind of fast. You got your hand-eye coordination thing going on there. A lot of fun. You say, okay, was that the end of the episode? Is that all you're going to be talking about? That's kind of meager there, Steve. I never really would have thought of myself as such a highly competitive person. It's interesting how we think of ourselves, and then when you actually stop to look at your life, you say, maybe I haven't been thinking about myself entirely accurately. The fact of the matter is, I can be insanely competitive. Now, when I say that, it is competitive against the person or people that I'm playing with. But most of the time, the drive, and it does sometimes spill over into anger, has to do with my own performance. A shot that I just, and I missed it, or I mishit it. And I knew that I could have, because I've done it before. I know that I had that shot and it didn't go right that time. Out comes the rage monster, right? Again, not anger at other people, but anger at myself, right? So I didn't succeed the way I thought that I should have at that particular shot. It is fun one-on-one. My wife and I played each other. And I will say, when we play each other, we're not really cutthroat. All right, we enjoy playing. I enjoy lots of good volleys back and forth. We're really just trying to make good shots. And I mean, you can certainly be cutthroat about it, but we're not. We've got a couple of other couples that we like to play with. And, well, it can get a little competitive then. Sometimes it'll be the two wives against the two husbands. Sometimes it'll be the married couple against the married couple, or the spouses will switch places. So we played all the different kind of combinations of that. And, yeah, I want to win. Let's be honest. I want to win. And then comes our son. Now, our daughter has played it some. I guess she enjoys it enough. Our son's in his mid-20s. Okay, so we really are talking prime of life here. That guy sends back heat. I mean, there's vapor trails. Right, this guy is sending heat back across the net. And I'll tease him. I'm like, you shoot that shot back across the net like that me again, and you're going to be walking home, right? So we love to go back and forth and have a lot of good fun with that. But he's good. He's a good athlete in general, so it stands to reason that he'd be good. At least one of our friends, the woman played tennis, I believe, in high school or college or both. And boy, that shows. If you've got a tennis background, I think pickleball is a great game for you. A lot of these skills are transferable to pickleball. You certainly don't have to. And that's the thing I think that a lot of people really do enjoy about pickleball. You can have little kids, you can have old people. And you don't have to be an NCAA Division I tennis player, right? You don't have to have just come off the courts at Wimbledon to play pickleball. So because of all that, there's widespread interest. Now, with widespread interest, means the prices have gone through the roof. So I go to the local, we got a couple sporting goods stores, Academy Sports and Dick's Sporting Goods. Well, first off, they've almost done away with racquetball equipment. It's almost hard to find racquetball equipment. Still got plenty of tennis. But man, have they dedicated aisle space to pickleball. And are they proud of their products? I don't know what my wife and I paid for this. Like I say, there were, two sets of paddles, balls, bag. And I don't remember stuff like this very well. I don't know, $50 or so, 70, I don't know what it was. Well, dude, you can hardly find anything like that these days. Hundreds of dollars. And I'm going, it's the same thing, right? I mean, it's not like this ball is made out of something different. No, there may be something different about the material of some of the rackets. I don't know. Well, I can tell you this, is that a weekend warrior isn't going to be able to tell the difference. Seriously, I do not believe that a weekend warrior is going to be able to tell the difference between an inexpensive racket and one that's through the stratosphere. So if you can find something relatively inexpensive, I would suggest get that. Some places I think you can rent. Again, maybe your local gym or YMCA, they might have stuff that you can check out and play, and just to see if you like it. Because the games only go to 11, they can be relatively short. Now, if you have some really good players, where it's just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, then it might go a little bit longer, but relatively short. The scoring system is a little wonky. I'm not even going to get into the scoring system here. Truly, go on YouTube, find you some videos, find you a website. Probably if you get some paddles or something, the directions will be in the bag. You'll learn the scoring. The scoring is not really hard. It's just a little different. Basically, if you play in doubles, each person gets a chance to serve and so forth, but you'll figure it out. So, here's my question. Do you know about pickleball? Do you know about it from first-hand experience? Have you played pickleball? Do you like pickleball? Can you not stand pickleball? You think, this is the dumbest sport they ever came up with. What are your thoughts, my friends, on the sport that is taking over America, pickleball? We'd love to hear what you have to say. As Malcolm Guite likes to say, I do these little things in order at last to do nothing. Or as I like to say in Latin, Parva ago ut tandem, nihil agam. Have a wonderful day.